Hrishikesh Roy, shared the collegium with him. I know his intellect. I know his sense of balance. Mr. Sybil said he was a complete judge. No, he was a complete man. His sense of humor to make things easy, his balanced approach, whether it's the court or otherwise, was extraordinary. That apart, his patience, his demeanor, his calmness has an impact on all of us whenever we interact with him. And you feel that you're talking to a person who has knowledge and wisdom. As a judge, there's 3-4 words I can phrase him in. It will be legal acumen, knowledge, reasonableness, and practicality, all built into one person, which is very difficult to get. Somebody said he's like Buddha, but he is disciplined. It requires a lot of equanimity and balance and sense of justice to be able to do this. Coupled with the sense of compassion he had, and which got reflected in his judgments, dealing with issues of human, when you're dealing with human beings. That apart, he's all round. Be it sports, be it music, be it books, and whatnot. I think it's very difficult to find a person like him be on the bench, because invariably most of us get drawn towards more black and white work rather than other things. So he's maintained that balance. Personally, I've had occasions when we shared a dinner or something, and our conversations were always very widespread. And I also came to know about his interests, his stories about partition. And he borrowed some books and went through and came back to me and maybe gave his thoughts about it. He's a remarkable person. We'll all miss him on as far as the bench is concerned, but he's bound to be here. He's bound to be in our hearts. His memories will linger on for a long time, almost with all of us. We're present here in huge numbers, and I can tell you, people on the bench will also remember him for a long time. Thank you for being part of us. This is Roy. My brothers.
I would also like to say a few words. I met Justice Roy long ago at the National Judicial Academy in Bhopal. I was a rookie judge then, and he was 2 years senior to me. But he was then, as he is now, grounded, good-natured, and completely without airs. He immediately wrote an affectionate letter to me back at Hyderabad. I received the letter. He added me to his mailing list, the Atman magazine, which he had brought out in Guwahati High Court. I would regularly receive it every month. He has been a dear friend to me through the years, though we did not really keep in touch once he moved on. He went on to Kerala. Today, as he lays down his judicial hat, I would like to tell you about some of the other hats that he has worn and he still wears that you may not be aware of. He was a Delhi public school student, and he was a champion hockey player and a footballer. He represented his school in major events in both the sports. And on one occasion, when Delhi Public School beat Modern School in a football match, he was solely responsible for it. And the school declared a holiday on that occasion. And I'm told that all the dip sites, as the DPS students call themselves, they all remember that. The people of that era still remember him for that great event and the celebration that followed. Then today, now he is an avid golfer, as some of you may know. And I'm sure he'll become a champion at that sport also, now that he'll have a lot more time to spend on the golf course. He is a voracious reader, and he generously gifts books to all the guests who visit him at home. He is also a theatre aficionado, and in his college days, he had himself directed a play. All his law clerks and interns are treated to English and Hindi plays as part of their itinerary. As my law clerks are present, I would beseech that they do not take a leaf out of that book, because I myself was treated to all those plays by him. So I'm at the receiving end, I cannot give. Now, as he lays down office, you can be sure that he will not retire. He will move on, and I would take this opportunity to wish him all the very best as he opens new chapters in his life and faces new challenges. I bid you adieu, my dear friend.
Thank you, Honorable Chief Justice Sanjeev Khanna. Thank you, my brother Justice Sanjay Kumar, for your gracious words. The Attorney General and all the other leaders of the bar, including the President of the Supreme Court Bar Association and the Supreme Court Advocate on Record Association, the current leaders of the bar, and the future leaders of the bar. As a young child, holding the fingers of my father, Kishori Mohan Roy, I came to Delhi in 1971 to begin my studies in an English medium school. In Assam, I was a student of a government school offering education in Assamese medium. And eventually, as I always wanted to become a lawyer, I started my legal career in 1982 in this very court. The occasion for me to say the first word was a direction by my then senior, Sri M.L. Lahoti sir, who is present here, to ask for a passover of an item in this very courtroom. The courtroom then was headed by the then Chief Justice Y.V. Chandrachud. Let us say it was item number 17, and item number 16 had many lawyers. So it was a crowded front row. So I had to push my way to say the word Passover. And to my great horror, I realized that I said Passover, but no sound was coming. My vocal cord was not working. I suppose these kind of experiences are there for the young lawyers. So next time when I pushed past and I said Passover, please item be passed over, at least I visualize this, may not be correct. There was a very stern look because I had a very belligerent tone of saying Passover. The Chief Justice thought that why this young man is trying to say this Passover word with in such a belligerent tone. But that is how perhaps most of us start our journey as a junior. You have mentioned with some kind of affection the way I perhaps treated the juniors in the bar. As a young lawyer, I used to rush physically to the courtroom concerned to give the appearance slip. Those days, you have to give the appearance slip to indicate who are the lawyers who are appearing in a particular matter. Because at the end of the day, in the day's proceedings, the names of all the lawyers will be mentioned. So if I find my name mentioned in the day's proceedings, I used to feel very happy. So I thought the young lawyers today also are no different, like those in 1982. So they would also appreciate their names being seen in the court proceedings. So that was one of the reasons why I used to try and record their names. Today, sitting in the same very courtroom, but presided over by an equally respected Chief Justice, Justice Sanjeev Khanna, and flanked by my beloved brother, Sanjay Kumar, I truly say that I feel fulfilled. You have so many kind words to say for me, and I appreciate your graciousness and your tact in avoiding to bring any negativity to the discourse. My family members and my brother judges, Chief Justice Bishnoi from Guwahati, my brother judges Chaudhary and Unni Krishnan from Guwahati are present. I thank you for your kind presence. My family, my wife Chandana, elder daughter Kajri, who is a lawyer, younger daughter Sharati, who is not a lawyer. The first time when I came to the Guwahati High Court, after being invited to come to the bench, we, along with my mother, Prabhavati Roy, in one vehicle, we all squeezed in. Children were much younger, and we entered the courtroom where the oath was to be administered, and all lawyers were similarly attired with their long gowns. And the comment of my younger daughter, who was much younger then, said, Devta. Devta is what we call dad in Assamese. He said, Devta, all these people are looking like penguins. That was the comment of Sharati. I think I'm embarrassed her enough. I hope that my journey of 19 years in the bench, and how many years? 1982, 23 years in my career in law as a lawyer and as a judge. I hope my senior, Sri M.L. Lahoti in Delhi, Sri J.P. Bhattacharya in Assam, those of us in J.P. Bhattacharya's chamber were recognized in Guwahati High Court as people of the J.P. Gharana. That was very unusual because I'm sure all of us, if I share the notes of, let us say, Justice M.K. Sharma or Justice Amitabh Roy or the former Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi, we'll all have the similar style of preparing the case notes. That is what we learned from our senior J.P. Bhattacharya. So I hope that both my seniors and my parents, my mother, she could not be here because of physical reasons, my mother Prabhavati Roy and my father Ishwari Mohan Roy, I hope as I exit finally from courtroom number 1, I hope they will feel that I have fulfilled their dreams and I have lived up to their blessings. Thank you very much.